So April 28th of this year, 2021, I was headed to UPS to drop off a package. I was paying attention, not on my phone, driving to my destination, saw that the light was red, and before I knew it, there was a car sitting there at the red light that I did not see and ended up rear-ending the individual. Thankfully, it was a minor accident and nobody was injured. Feeling some pain from the accident from Wednesday on my right side, I reached over and found a lump on that Sunday. Ended up going to the doctor on Monday, and my primary care physician, said she did not feel good about this lump that I found. So she then set up an appointment for me to have a mammogram, a diagnostic mammogram. And it was at that time that it was given to me the information that I had breast cancer, triple negative, stage 2B. That is the fastest growing, most aggressive kind of cancer. Needless to say, I was in shock. I sat there like, is he talking to me? It's almost like I wanted to look in the room and see if there was somebody else sitting there. And I just couldn't get my brain to process it. I was numb and I just couldn't understand, why is this happening? My mind automatically went to, I don't want to lose my hair. I don't want to lose my hair. And it wasn't because I had some glamorous model type hair, but it was my hair. It was my covering. Once I found out the regimen that I was going to be on, and my doctor, my oncologist, and said, you're going to lose your hair, I shed a lot of tears. As a matter of fact, I cried rivers of tears. And I remember, every morning and even throughout the day, just running my hands through my hair, just thinking, it's not going to be here much longer, By treatment number 2, I'll never forget, I woke up that Saturday morning after treatment on Thursday, ran my hands through my hair, and out came the strands of hair. I went to the back porch and had my ugly cry. It was my ugly cry because it was coming out, not by the handfuls at that point, but a lot was coming out. I just was like, okay, this is a season, God, and I'm trying not to get hung up on this, There's a bigger picture here, but I'm still having a hard time with it, and looking in the mirror and not recognizing this person looking back at me. I didn't know who this person was, but I believe that God was doing this inner work within me and showing me different things so that when I look in the mirror, I do see His reflection and not mine. And to look in the mirror and know that God was looking back at me. When I finished up the first 4 chemo treatments, I had a doctor's appointment and they did an ultrasound. While she was doing the ultrasound, she was a little perplexed. I could see the look on her face, and I said, is everything okay? And she's like, well, I'm having a hard time finding the tumor. And I was like, really? And tears began to flow, down the side. She said, yes. She said, really, all I'm finding is tissue scarring. This is all I'm finding. I'm not seeing the tumor. And she said, this is incredible. This is amazing. And I said, no, this is God. I said, I know that God is in this. I've had too many people praying, and I know God has healed me. I'm standing on that. I'm believing that God has healed me. I'm having the surgery because it has to be done, but I know that the tumor is gone, and I have peace about it, and I'm 100% convinced that God has healed me. The biggest thing that stands out in my mind is God's strength through this. The Sunday before I had my chemo treatment, my very first treatment, and I went to the altar and several ladies prayed with me, and I felt God infuse me with a strength that was undeniable, undeniable. I thought my feet were gonna come off the floor. I mean, I really did, it was so intense. And that prepared me, for that first treatment that was very scary. And I would say that, you know, while I was scared through all this, I never had fear. You know, God met me in those moments and He gave me peace and He encouraged me. So I haven't gotten the final report of "you're cancer free," right? Those are the words that you long to hear at the end, the finale of "you're cancer free." But the victory prior to hearing those words is knowing God's got me, and the anticipation and the expectation that I'm going to hear that report, because I believe emphatically that He's already healed me. Therefore, I'm rejoicing before I get that official report from the doctor, because I'm believing in what I feel God has already given me, a victory.